On the morning of August 4, 2023, the sun rose over San Antonio, Texas, casting a warm glow across its quiet suburban streets. The sounds of cicadas filled the air, typical of summer mornings, as families went about their routines in neighborhoods. But in a secluded patch of land near South Cross Ranch Road and Side Saddle Drive, an unsettling scene was about to unfold. A passerby, out for a morning walk, noticed something strange in the distance. Drawn by a sense of curiosity, they approached, only to make a discovery that would shake the community to its core. On this peaceful summer morning, a grim discovery shattered the calm and ignited a search for answers, justice, and closure. This is the story of Desiree Zaria Fisher, a young woman whose life was taken far too soon, leaving behind a trail of questions and heartbreak. This story takes us to San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is a vibrant city known for its rich cultural heritage, historical landmarks, and thriving community. As the seventh largest city in the United States, it's home to over 1.5 million people. Nestled in south-central Texas, the city is famous for the Alamo, a symbol of Texas' fight for independence, and the bustling Riverwalk, which draws millions of tourists each year. San Antonio is a city of contrasts. It boasts a mix of modern urban development and historic charm, with towering skyscrapers set against centuries-old missions and neighborhoods that carry the legacy of its diverse cultural roots. The people of San Antonio are proud of their city's unique Tex-Mex identity, which influences everything from its cuisine to its festivals. But beneath the surface of this thriving metropolis lies a growing concern. Like many large cities in the United States, San Antonio has its share of challenges, including issues with gun violence and public safety. In 2024, San Antonio experienced a 27% decrease in murder cases during the first half of the year, dropping from 86 in 2023 to 63. This decline aligns with a national trend, as 36 states reported reductions in gun homicides from 2022 to 2023. Despite these improvements, the city continues to grapple with gun-related violence, underscoring the importance of ongoing efforts to address this critical issue. While the city has made strides in addressing crime rates in recent years, the impacts of violence continue to ripple through communities, affecting countless lives. In neighborhoods just like the one where Desiree Zaria Fisher lived and dreamed of a bright future, safety remains an issue that cannot be overlooked. This is a city where people hold tight to their hopes for a better tomorrow while grappling with the realities of today. It's against this backdrop of resilience, culture, and complexity that Desiree's story unfolds. A story that shook San Antonio to its core and reminded its people that no community is immune to tragedy.
First to 10 police make an arrest exactly 2 months after discovering a woman's body dumped in a southeast side field. Colascio Mercy Brown is accused of shooting and killing 24-year-old Desiree Fisher on August 4th near South Cross Ranch Road. KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna joins us live from Public Safety Headquarters with what led investigators to the suspect. Megan?
ECs, there were several pieces of key evidence that investigators were able to uncover over the last few months, which included talking to witnesses, getting a GPS tracker which was on the victim's car, and surveillance video. August 4th, around 4 in the afternoon, someone driving by this grass field spotted a woman's body. She was later identified as 24-year-old Desiree Fisher. Investigators believe she was shot multiple times by 20-year-old Colascio Mercy Brown. According to the affidavit, one witness told investigators they saw 2 vehicles parked near the crime scene and heard multiple gunshots being fired from inside the vehicle towards the field. But documents state the witness didn't hear screams or signs that someone had been hit. Investigators later interviewed friends of the suspect. One friend reportedly told them on August 3rd Brown had said he was going to kill her. After that, the friend claims he drove off with Fisher in her car. Once that friend heard about the shooting on the news, they called police. Investigators were then able to get the GPS location of Fisher's vehicle that Brown was driving and his cell phone records. The affidavit claims both revealed he was at the scene of the crime in the overnight hours going into August 4th. And on top of that, it claims surveillance video at a gas station nearby shows him in the area. In August,
Desiree Zaria Fisher was just 24 years old. She was a criminal justice student, driven by a passion for fairness and a dream of becoming a detective. Friends and family described her as warm, loving, and full of ambition. Her kindness left an impression on everyone she met. Desiree's laughter could light up a room, and her determination inspired those around her. Yet, her story ended in tragedy, an ending that no one who knew her could have ever imagined. Desiree's death wasn't just a personal tragedy for her family. It resonated with an entire community. Her story quickly became a rallying cry, highlighting issues surrounding safety, domestic violence, and the pursuit of justice. Why did this happen? How could someone so full of promise meet such a cruel fate? As we delve into her story, we'll explore not only the events that led to her untimely death, but also the lessons her case has brought to light. Before we go further, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon. And remember to like, share, and comment, as your engagement truly means the world to us. At approximately 7 a.m. on August 4, 2023, a passerby walking near South Cross Ranch Road and Side Saddle Drive noticed something out of place in the field. At first, they thought it might be discarded trash, an old piece of furniture or debris left behind by someone too careless to dispose of it properly. But as they approached, their hearts sank. What they saw was not trash. It was the lifeless body of a young woman. They immediately called 911, their voice trembling as they reported what they had found. When law enforcement arrived, the field was quickly cordoned off with yellow crime scene tape. Investigators meticulously documented the area, noting every detail. Desiree Zaria Fisher's body lay on the ground, riddled with gunshot wounds. Bullet casings were scattered nearby, and detectives searched for footprints or tire tracks that might provide a clue about who had been there. The forensic team worked tirelessly, photographing the scene and collecting evidence that might one day lead to answers. The quiet field, now transformed into a crime scene, held the secrets of Desiree's final moments. News of the discovery spread quickly across San Antonio. Media outlets reported the shocking find, and images of the crime scene began circulating online. Desiree's family, stricken with grief, made their first public plea for information. Standing before the cameras, her mother's voice trembled as she begged, "If anyone knows anything about what happened to my daughter, please come forward. She didn't deserve this." Desiree's tragic death brought into sharp focus the issue of gun violence in San Antonio. While the city experienced a 27% decrease in murder cases in the first half of 2024 compared to the previous year, gun-related crimes remain a significant challenge. San Antonio, like many urban centers, continues to grapple with the devastating impacts of gun violence, even as broader national trends point toward a decline. Desiree's case highlighted not just personal grief but a broader societal issue that many families in the city have faced. Investigators immediately began retracing Desiree's last known movements. Where had she been the night before? Who was the last person to see her alive? Surveillance footage from nearby businesses, interviews with her friends and family, and phone records became crucial tools in the search for answers. Detectives worked around the clock, piecing together the puzzle of her final hours. Could someone have seen or heard something that might break the case wide open? As investigators delved deeper into Desiree's life, one name kept coming up: Calacio Mercy Brown. Brown, 25 years old, had been in an on-again, off-again relationship with Desiree. Friends and family described the relationship as tumultuous, marked by frequent arguments and troubling behavior from Brown. Witnesses later recounted seeing Desiree upset after confrontations with him, and some even heard him make alarming threats. One of Desiree's close friends recalled a chilling moment when Brown reportedly said, "If I can't have her, no one else will." Statements like this painted a picture of a man consumed by jealousy and control. Was this a toxic relationship that spiraled out of control, or was there something deeper at play? A key piece of the investigation centered on Desiree's red Mercedes-Benz. The vehicle was missing from the crime scene, raising questions. Where was it, and how did it factor into the events leading to her death? Detectives theorized that whoever had taken the car might also have answers about the crime. Suspicion toward Brown grew when investigators discovered he had been trying to sell Desiree's car in the days following her death. Multiple people reported receiving messages from Brown offering the car at a suspiciously low price. Why would someone sell a car so hastily? Was this an attempt to cover his tracks? The case took a pivotal turn when detectives uncovered surveillance footage from a nearby gas station. The The footage showed Brown driving Desiree's red Mercedes-Benz on the evening of August 3, 2023. GPS data from the vehicle confirmed that it had been near the crime scene around the time of the murder. Using phone records, detectives established a timeline of Brown's movements. Witnesses came forward, reporting seeing him behaving erratically in the days following Desiree's death. As the evidence mounted, it became clear that Brown had critical information about what happened that night. What would he say when confronted with the evidence? On October 3, 2023, 2 months after Desiree's death, Calacio Merci Brown was arrested and charged with her murder. A judge set his bond at $200,000, underscoring the seriousness of the case. While the arrest brought some relief to Desiree's family, it was just the beginning of a long journey toward justice. The arrest sparked a wave of reactions across San Antonio. Desiree's family expressed gratitude to law enforcement for their hard work, but emphasized that the fight for justice was far from over. "We won't rest until everyone involved is held accountable," her father said. As the investigation deepened, Desiree's case took an unexpected turn. 2 additional names entered the spotlight: Zephaniah Cleaver and DeMarcus Whitley. Both men were known associates of Calacio Merci Brown, and investigators began piecing together their involvement in the crime. Who were these men, and how did they fit into the puzzle of Desiree's tragic death? Witnesses claimed to have seen Cleaver and Whitley with Brown in the days leading up to August 4th. Investigators discovered incriminating text messages exchanged between the 3 men, discussing Desiree and her car. Forensic evidence further implicated Cleaver and Whitley. Fingerprints recovered from Desiree's Mercedes-Benz and other items at the scene linked them to the crime. By November 2023, authorities had enough evidence to arrest both Cleaver and Whitley. They were charged with murder, and like Brown, they were denied bail. The trio now faced the prospect of standing trial together. But their arrests raised even more questions. What was their motive? Was this premeditated, or did something go horribly wrong in the heat of the moment? News of the additional arrests reignited public interest in the case. While many felt a sense of relief that more suspects had been identified, others wondered if the full story had yet to be uncovered. Could there be more individuals involved, or was this the end of the trail? Throughout the investigation, Desiree's family remained the heart of the story. Her mother described her as a bright light in the lives of everyone who knew her. Her father shared touching memories of her dedication to pursuing justice and her dream of making the world a better place. "She wanted to protect others," he said tearfully. "She wanted to be the voice for those who couldn't speak for themselves." In the wake of her death, the community rallied around the Fisher family. A GoFundMe campaign, titled Justice for Desiree Zaria Fisher, raised substantial funds to assist with legal fees and other expenses. Local organizations also held vigils in her honor, lighting candles and sharing stories about the impact Desiree had on their lives. Social media became a powerful tool, with hashtags like #JusticeForDesiree bringing national attention to her case. Desiree's story has become more than just a tale of tragedy, it's a call to action. Her case has sparked vital conversations about domestic violence, toxic relationships, and the importance of recognizing warning signs. Her legacy lives on through the advocacy work inspired by her memory. As of December 2024, the legal proceedings against Brown, Cleaver, and Whitley are still ongoing. Pre-trial hearings have revealed startling details about the crime, including new forensic evidence and witness testimonies. Prosecutors are building a strong case, determined to ensure that justice is served for Desiree and her family. If convicted, all 3 men face life sentences or even the death penalty. Legal experts have weighed in, noting the strength of the evidence against the accused. However, the defense is expected to argue that the evidence is circumstantial, aiming to cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Desiree's family has attended every court hearing, refusing to let her memory fade. They've spoken out publicly, urging others to stay vigilant in their relationships and to seek help if they find themselves in dangerous situations. "We won't let Desiree's voice be silenced," her mother said at a recent press conference. She deserved so much more than this. Desiree Zaria Fisher's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating impact of violence. Her death left a void in the hearts of her family, friends, and community, but it has also ignited a movement for justice and awareness. Her family's unwavering determination serves as a testament to the power of love and resilience in the face of unimaginable loss. Desiree Zaria Fisher was more than a victim. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a beacon of hope for those around her. Her life was stolen, but her story will never be forgotten. Together, we can honor her memory by ensuring that justice is served and by working to prevent similar tragedies in the future. If you or someone you know is experiencing threats or violence in a relationship, don't stay silent. Help is available. Share this video to spread awareness and support organizations dedicated to ending domestic violence and seeking justice for victims. Desiree's story is a reminder that we must protect one another, because every life matters. If you enjoy this story, please support our channel by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon. And remember to like, share, and comment, as your engagement truly means the world to us.